inner harbor that the fort covers is another 4 plunder.
And a plunder is how much gold?
It varies depending on what town you're in
Oh, okay.
and
I can,
how good you are at negotiating.
and I can help with that negotiating piece.
Yeah, because it seems like
can
we were
I.
getting.
I would point out that you have, I think it's 7 more applicants to interview, and some of them are offering plunder to join your fleet.
Okay.
And you see
All right.
Aces in the background retraining, releasing his V into the WoW and getting the dragon.
Yeah, from a mechanical standpoint, I like to spend our plunder basically as much as we can to leverage our assets, and then use the in-game gold to distribute to improve our character's wealth. That's just my opinion.
So Dom,
Okay.
time is very tight here, as you only have 3 months. Do you know how long it's going to take you to retrain that?
5 days.
Okay, all right. So you basically can't leave Port Peril for 5 days.
Well, we have to do interviews, so it's like...
Yes. On top of that, you're paying the cost for retraining as well?
Of course.
All right. Well, there's
Gotta pay
probably
that
some sort
money.
of, like, druidic dragon teamer. What kind of dragon are you going for?
I'm picking up my old character from Plunder and Peril.
Oh, you're not taking him as a familiar, right? You're as a cohort?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I had to math it out, and it's like, yeah, I had to drop the B, or that'll be a -2 to my recruiting.
Yeah, it would. All right. And finally, did we ever discuss whether you were going to get an exclusivity contract with the Temple of Callistria on the island?
Oh, we did not.
That was private between Alaris and Scourge.
Oh.
Yeah, Alaris and I discussed it in email in the intervening weeks, and the fallout of the email was that Scourge does not have any serious drawbacks to having a Callistriite temple on the island, as long as there's no stomping on people that want to just do their own thing. So no other formal religions recognized, I think, was the requirement.
Yep.
Or represented. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they want to be the only people that have a temple, basically.
Yeah.
So
and
other
in
people
exchange, they will give transformative weapon property to Izul, so he can actually use it. You're good with that, then? Everybody?
Yeah, fair enough.
Anybody?
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't see why not.
Alaris, I believe in order to use the new Zul, you have to retrain into some sort of katana wielding ability?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a 20-day basically retrain. Essentially swapping out a racial feat for the half elves, and that's what's required.
All right, you'll need to pay for the retraining.
Okay.
You can do that while on the ship, however.
Okay.
You now have a swords master who follows you around.
Cool.
Nice.
Let me come up with a
Ooh,
sweet
can he
name
be-
for the swords master.
Can it be that half-orc we met in the past that made friend with the Magus? He was a sword. He was a samurai. He was a cavalier with the hanging out with the illusionary chick, and the Magus took over the ship.
I do not remember that. Oh, yeah! Yeah, he was the samurai that was defending Vicarla.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That works out perfectly. I do
Well,
not
it's
remember his name, actually.
But it's a background reference
It
to
was
like he's already continuity.
Yeah, it was like Ricardo or something. He had an R name. But yeah, he's joined you on the ship, and he's basically got you like standing on top of the mast, blindfolded, doing chopping motions for like 20 days straight, seeing if you can keep your balance.
Cool.
He's
Can we-
teaching ancient weapons training.
And I did this is my first level of Holy Vindicator, so I'm like heavy armor, using a sword. Very
Yeah.
different than Alaris before. He was very like light armored and just like kind of hanging out. Now he's getting much more martial. So he's learning this from this samurai. I love it.
Yeah. I feel like whenever you get done doing your martial training, you like go into the ship and then you get like religious training from your cleric, where she's like, "Okay, now let's turn to page 34
Yep.
and read from Psalm 31, section 2."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could just see him like passing like the crew. They're like, "Oh, he's going to the Callistrian cleric. Hey!" And he's like shaking his head. It's like a bag of books and been like lots of reading.
And they don't even know it's just like being overloaded in college.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, Arthur, the arcane bond I have to substitute is with a Minthro. What's the name of it? Gauntlet, and I'm gonna make it in design of like a dragon's claw to represent Dragon Tamer.
Yeah, I'm digging it. All right, so, how am I? We're still on the issue of plunder spent for Jameson's crafts. Can you pay up front for any of these right now, or do you need to conduct interviews and figure out what's up?
Well, we got 4, right? And then we got more for winning the race because we had picked up.
According to your plunder, you have
like
7.
Did anybody add the 4 that we picked up for winning the race? I was not doing bookkeeping last time, so.
I did not.
I did not.
Do you have assigned a master of arms or bookkeeper, or whatever that is? Because ever since Dan left, it's been...
No one's been doing quartermastering.
I was just going to say, I honestly don't think that, this is not Jade Regent. That's why that doesn't look great.
Yeah. All right, I'll give it to you. All right, so you currently have 11 ship's plunder. All right.
I'm looking.
Should the dragon take over the thing of quartermastering, aka because he's a bard?
Which dragon? Oh yeah. Your Ama?
Tsunami.
There we go. I was thinking Ama.
So you have a new cohort on board with you?
Yes. He has a sea dragon.
Yeah, sea dragon. That's bard.
A wormling sea dragon. It's basically just out of the egg.
Basically to help me with like information and stuff. No.
This won't end well poorly at all. What I do remember is that you are 1 away from needing to pay your wyvern. Your tax.
Yes, correct. So the next time we do, we have to pay him.
Yep. So, I mean, you have 11 ship's plunder. If you pay 10 now, Jameson's will start preparing for an expedition. It'll take a week to launch a fleet large enough to repair your fort.
Okay, that'll give us time to get ahead of them and get there and start clearing whatever in the world we're going to have to fight on the island. Yeah, and we should move a lot faster than they do, too. So.
All right, so you have 5 days in port, so you'll get there 2 days ahead of them. Although you'll probably actually get there faster because you guys have a fast ship.
How much time did we have to... How much time did we have to solidify our position before this? 3 months? Okay.
Before you begin what's called the Feast of Spoils.
The druid that gave us the +2 bonus on the ship for sailor checks.
Yep, but he's no longer a member of your crew.
That was a temporary bonus that he did while he was around?
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because I wasn't mechanically. I had never.
You should still have the bonus for having a flat bottom boat, however.
Yeah.
Because he altered your ship to be all one piece of lumber. And what do you call it? I want to say decalked, but he debarnacled it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the one I'm talking about. It said that he made it all flat, so we get a +2 mechanical. So our ship, under ship, is this even the Raging Dolphin, right?
Yep.
So because the only one in here is the Raging Dolphin. Is that our old one?
We have not been keeping up with it ever since we decided not to use the ship combat rules.
All right, so just we need to remember we have a +2 on the ship. I will put that in my adjustments on my spreadsheet, so I will attempt to remember it.
All right, we're trying to get Don back into the call, guys. That's why things are freaking out a little bit. All right, so I'm going to post the list of possible candidates to join. And just leave that there for whenever you guys want to speak with any of them.
All right. I guess we need to. Alistair Sanchez, Abbott Kawaocean, Petros Kiel, and Kashui. That's who we have.
Slide McSword.
Oh, I missed the Slide McSword. Okay,
Yeah,
Slide
Captain
McSword.
Slide McSword.
Do we know anything about them and anything about?
You might know some basic stuff about each of them.
I'm mostly worried
about any of them.
I'm mostly worried about the order that we interview them. If it would cause problems or ruffle feathers, or
you're looking for the BioWare strategy guide for Dragon Age, right?
No.
gotta make sure you recruit everybody in the right order. You don't want Severin to get mad and try to assassinate you.
Yeah. So, I just want to make sure that there's no like, this captain has 6 ships and would be pissed if
all of them are just one ship captains.
Okay. But I mean, just that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That, knowledge local.
Yeah. Just give me a general knowledge local.
I'll ask my crew who can tell me. Oh, I've got a 5. Anybody else?
Dom has typically been a knowledge guy.
Yeah, it's been Dom, but we're having trouble getting him back into the call.
I've got a great knowledge arcana, but local, I don't know, Jack. Sorry.
Me by myself, I got a 22, so.
Okay, all right. Alistair Sanchez, he has a ship called the 8 over Aces. He's from Alkenstar. He is a extremely successful businessman that's also extremely eccentric. He's got a lot of money, and he's looking to move in. The other thing you should know is that he is a count. He is nobility there. The only thing you know about the creature calling itself Abbott is that they are a member of the Cult of the Eye, and that they wear the traditional mask and full coverings, preventing you from seeing anything about their race or sex or nationality.
Okay, they kind of hate non-humans, right?
The ones you've encountered so far, yes.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil this.
No, that's okay. I'm going off my general knowledge. That's all.
The backstory of the Cult of the Eye is that they are somewhat merging with a human-only organization. But when they first started, the Cult of the Eye was all about finding people who believed certain things and getting them together in places of power to believe those things, so that when a new god was born out of the Eye of Abendango, it would be their god that would look out for their specific interests.
Okay.
And the pro-human group has kind of co-opted that belief into a human-only thing.
So there's some chance that this captain is not necessarily that extreme or that happy about that stuff. So, okay. All right.
Yes.
What else?
Slide McSword is a former Pathfinder from Absalom. He is a well-known pirate, but that's only in the Inner Sea region. He's never done any actual piracy in the Shackles. He is not a free... Oh, he is a free captain, and his ship is called the Buckleberry Ferry. He's also a cleric of Besmara, a rather devout one as well. Kawa Ocean is from TNN. She is a Tengu, and her ship is called the Garisa Dansa. She's also already a free captain. Petros Quell has a ship called the Lombardy. He is a halfling that is pro bringing more order to the Shackles. And Cashew is the senior officer aboard a ship called the Flame. He is a cultist of Regathiel who is pro-good, pro-lawful, pro-religion, pro-crusades. And he has come down here to find people who even pirates would consider criminals and execute them. So there you go.
Okay. All right. Probably we should start with the count. Yes? You guys think so?
Yeah.
Nothing else, just so he doesn't. get too attitudey about,
having to wait.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll start with Captain Sanchez.
All right. He's not a captain. He is Count Sanchez.
Okay.
So what you get when Alistar Sanchez comes into your wherever you're holding the interviews, it's basically Luis Guzman wearing very stereotypical Mexican sombrero and a poncho. He's got guns all up along the side. He's got a belt with like bullets where the buckle should be. And he's like, "Hi, I'm Alistar Sanchez. I'm from Alkenstar. That's Count Alistar Sanchez from the Grand Duchy. How y'all folks doing this day? I got a business proposition for the one you call Admiral Scarge."
Wow.
I think everyone does hear me just kind of snort quietly a little at that.
So a cowboy walks up. You hear his saddle, or not his spurs, like clicking against the deck. I'm guessing you're doing this on your ship. And he's just like, "So, who's the man in charge here?"
I'll step forward and say, "That would be me, Commodore." Well, I guess it's Admiral now, isn't it?
Admiral.
It's free pirate lord, right?
You're like a proto-pirate lord. You have to be confirmed first.
Yeah. I would be Admiral Scourge.
All right, Admiral. Well, let me tell you what I got going on for me. I am a partial stakeholder in Alkenstar Gunworks, and I'm looking to expand my businesses out here. Now, I may not be a free captain, and I may not know how the rules work here, but what I've found in my business dealings is that money can overcome all the rules. And that's true everywhere. And I've got a lot of money, and I don't give a shit about the rules. Now, I hear you got yourself a piece of an island. You're looking for people to join your crew. I can help fund you. I can help fight for you. I got a nice ship. I got another one. We're making her in the Grand Duchy at the top of a cliff. We're using some mechanical science to then lift it via the screw to the bottom, and then we're going to sail it several thousand miles all the way over here. That bitch is going to be decked out in guns. It's a new wave, son. It's not just the filthy lucre anymore. It's not just going to be the Hurricane King. One day, I envision that every pirate is going to have guns. He's like, "Here's a gun. Here's a gun. I got 4 more guns on me. Everybody can use a gun. You just pick it up and you pull the trigger."
Guns.
Wow. Okay.
He demonstrates by taking a loaded gun with the safety still on it, just pulling the trigger at each of you. He's like, "Yeah, that's how you do it. You'd all be dead right now if this safety wasn't on."
I do declare. Yeah, I forget that my antiviral and my Skype sometimes don't get along.
Oh, okay.
So they started fighting over turf wars. Like, "Let me do this thing." "No, don't do this thing."
And where does he point this gun?
At all of you. He's just like, bang, 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 bang.
This guy's an idiot. All right.
I don't know. I like him.
I like his attitude, but if he points that gun at me again, we're going to have trouble.
Oh, yeah, it's not going to end well for him if he does that again.
It's not going to end well at all. All right. I'll ask him. Go ahead.
I think when he pulls the gun out and points it at us, you see me, like, 1 foot move backwards and my hand go back.
Yeah.
Spellcaster time.
Well,
it's like, we'll see how well your guns do against me.
I'm pretty sure that Scourge is aware that he survived an assassin's bullet in a high-powered Slayer rifle of some kind. So
we still got that for a missing gunslinger.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the pistol is gonna scare the pee out of him or anything. But all right, so I will ask him exactly what he brings to this deal and what he's looking for out of it.
So You're looking for what I bring to the deal and what do I get out of it? Well, I bring guns. But more importantly, I bring Alkenstar Gunworks. I bring money in. I bring influence. What am I getting out of it? More money. More influence. A new place to sell my weapons.
Okay. Interesting. Do you have the means to build your own facility?
What kind of facility are you looking for?
We have an island.
Well, I mean, I gotta tell you, we're not allowed to build guns outside of Alkenstar. It's kind of a religious thing that we have there. You understand?
Oh, okay.
Exclusivity, non-disclosure type stuff. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a guy with a lot of money and several thousand lawyers on the payroll.
I thought enough money got around everything.
Well, there's some things I don't want to get around. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that the secrets of the gunpowder are what keeps Alkenstar safe.
Yep. All right. Yeah, no, I didn't necessarily mean manufacturing facility. You're saying you want to do sales and bring guns and all that.
Yeah.
You're going to have your own facility.
Yeah.
Okay.
So much.
All right. And what do I get out of this arrangement other than guns?
You get me. That's not nothing. You get access to firearms, which ain't nothing either, but more importantly, I'm willing to put 2 plunder on the table.
That sounds like a darn fine start.
In exchange, I need a little something from you.
And what would that be?
I don't actually know how to sail ships. I'm not a sailing master.
I like this guy already.
I'm sure you got some experienced sailors on your boat. You just send them right to me and put them on the 8 over aces. Let them run wild.
You have a ship that you can't sail, and you don't.
I can sail it. I just can't sail it well.
Oh, okay, all right.
I got a sailboat. Yeah. It ain't the same thing as having a 3-master.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can manage to outfit you with some crew. All right.
All right, then. He reaches his hand out to shake you, but it looks like he's making a finger gun. You want to shake on it? Scourge, eh?
Scourge.
Scourge.
Scourge,
yes. We pronounce things differently in Alkenstar.
Yeah, I can tell. All right, yeah, I'll give him a nice big crushing handshake.
All right, he does the exact same. And he shoots you a finger gun with the left hand when he does it.
All
right, then.
Good Lord. What have I done?
You doomed us all.
I'm sorry, y'all. I actually was supposed to ask you guys before I finished that. Is that all right?
No, it's fair.
I was going to say 2 plunder sounds good, but 4 sounds better.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could have bargained. I didn't even think of it. I'm not any good at this.
You're a captain.
So, 2 plunder. Somebody want to put that on the ship? Who's doing our?
I am.
Okay, you got it? Okay.
Okay, let me see. Rework, loot thing.
So we now have 2. I don't even want to call him a.
You got to take 1 plunder away for the wyvern.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we only get 1. That's correct.
And you also have to take 10 away for the fort.
Which brings us back down to.
Well, it looks like you have 11, so you would be up to 2.
Be up to 2. All right.
Who's going to be in charge? Dom, you said you were in charge of it, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find which sheet it is.
It's under infamy and disrepute.
Okay, cool. Okay, there we go.
Yep.
We're back to 2. Okay, there you go.
Yep. Okay. Anybody else you want to talk to?
Yeah, let's go. Let's just go down the list then. Let's talk to Mr. Cult of the Eye.
All right. So, the Cultist of the Eye shows up with their typical white headgear with the gem in the middle, and there's, a mouthpiece, but that's about it. You can't see any facial features. You're not really sure how they see out of it, and the flowing white robes that make it difficult to discern anything about them. And the voice comes out, really hard to tell if it's male or female, and just like, "Greetings, Captain. My name is Abbott."
Very well, Abbott. I'm told that you would like to join Admiral Scourge's I don't even know what to call it. It's not crew, it's fleet?
Perhaps you would like to call it Dolphin Fleet.
Yeah, join the Dolphin Fleet. Yeah, there you go.
I would like to join such a fleet.
All right, well, then
Your
the same
island
question...
is quite close to the Eye of Abandango. It is a important location for my people.
Okay. And what are you looking to get out of this relationship, and what do you bring to the table?
I bring a ship to the table. The son of a rodent.
S-U-N, S-O-N.
S-O-N.
Okay.
I ask for nothing.
Just want to be on the island. Okay.
So the head is just moving around strangely. Occasionally just like looking in random directions.
Alright.
Is this an acceptable arrangement, Captain?
My interaction with the Cult of the Eye thus far, and that of my crew thus far, has been tense, let's say.
We are not all the same.
It's hard to tell.
I understand your
fair point. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you.
What would you do if you were given access to the island?
What would you want me to do?
Get along with everybody and follow orders, for starters.
Following orders is acceptable.
Okay, that's one of two.
Do you offer any plunder to us?
So the head kind of like quirks up like this and then turns back and says, "We have no resources we are willing to commit to this relationship."
Okay.
Well,
ourselves.
Yeah, they gave a ship, which isn't bad.
Yeah. So that's still only one of the two that I asked.
You would ask us to, without sight unseen, blanket agree to be colleagues with all in your fleet.
No, I would ask you to bring your grievances to me and not cause undue
misham or mayhem.
Hey, Bubba. Mayhem within my fleet or on my island. That's all.
That is acceptable.
Okay.
Admiral, I still feel that this may cause a lot of potential issues with our Callistrian friends.
Well, yeah, I guess it's fair to ask. The island is going to have a Temple of Callistria, and I have to assume the temple will come with a full bevy of Callistrian temple people. Do you have any difficulty with that?
No. The Callistrians do not interfere in the worship of the son of a rodent.
Alright, officers, anything else? Am I missing anything?
I don't. In my opinion, without plunder and only one ship to add, we've added many ships over our time, and we expect to add many more. Yes, this is by free association, but we can do that through pirating and plunder. Mm-hmm. I don't see much to gain and a lot to lose. For our time with the Cult of the Eye has always been under deep suspicion and intrigue. They may be spies for the future.
If that's true, it also begs the question, would it not be more advantageous to us to keep them close to where we can keep an eye on them? Plus, it might help improve our relations with them in the future.
Yeah, in my head, I think they're a hive mind. Like, they all have, like, that one, like, one of us thing. They just behave like that. It just creeps me out.
One of us.
There you go. Children of the Corn.
Grandson just came home and told me he got to drive the big tractor tonight or this afternoon.
So I think they would. I think they would bring more subtle advantages to the table aside from just